Investigative journalist Jess Hill recently spoke at the Stanton Library in North Sydney to talk about her new quarterly essay where she navigates the question, can we stop violence against women and children?
But actually to end it altogether. That's the commitment that Australian governments have made. They will end this violence in a single generation.
Jess Hill has been reporting on and researching domestic violence and victim advocacy in Australia for years and raises some shocking statistics for the North Shore area, particularly in terms of alcohol-fueled domestic violence incidents.
This area was seen in Greater Sydney as experiencing the worst alcohol-fueled domestic violence in Greater Sydney.
This concern was echoed in a recent interview the North Shore Lorikeet had with Warringah's MP Zali Steggall.
Domestic violence happens in every street in Australia. There is this perception that it wouldn't be happening here when it absolutely does. And that's where at least there's been a growth in understanding around economic coercion. More often than not, women end up having to choose between homelessness and poverty versus danger. And that's unacceptable.
The event had a big turnout. Even North Sydney's Mayor Zoe Baker came with a pen and notepad in hand, so I stopped her for a moment afterwards to chat.
The council's about to hold a round table with all of the major stakeholders on family and domestic violence, and particularly alcohol-fueled family and domestic violence. The key takeaway from the talk, apart from feeling like my heart's been ripped out of my chest, is about prevention and about a real need for us as a community to influence, particularly state and federal governments, in funding recovery and prevention for young people in particular, in order to stop intergenerational violence against women and children.
Stanton Library runs a few free lunchtime author events every week, and I always feel I benefit from the talks and the community at these events. The day after this, I went to a brilliant one on the ethics of AI. Bookshops in the area are now selling Jess's quarterly essay, and you can also borrow it from the library, once I've returned mine, of course. The event was attended by staff from Mary's House, a grassroots community-funded organisation that helps women and children impacted by domestic violence.